before I fall asleep driving.
Now we are.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Powerstroke Tech Talk Podcast. We got A-Rod, Matt, DS Trucks, and one of my subscribers, Ed. Big shout out to him for joining us tonight. So we're going to get this kicked off. We're just going to start off talking to Ed here. Just talking a little bit maybe about his truck, what he's got done to it. And I know last time on number 2, Sean and I were talking about how to clean your truck, or not cleaning your truck, but what he uses. And I thought, that'd be a good subject to talk about as far as, what everybody's using, what products. Are they using a power washer? Are they using a hand mitt? Are they not cleaning their truck? I don't know. Maybe people aren't. People don't might not like to clean their truck, but whatever. Ed, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And yeah.
My pleasure.
What you rolling in?
2019 black, because that is the color that it should be.
Oh, right. All right.
I had a 01 73.
Isn't that
with
is that a
256
famous
on the counter, but
Henry
everything
Ford
just started rotting out. So it was time to get a new one.
Okay.
And the answer to your question, I bring it to a
Famous
car
Henry
/
Ford
truck
quote.
wash that's got high that could reach, because it's a lot easier. 15 minutes in and out, and they make it all pretty again.
Oh, okay. What do they charge for that?
$23.
Okay. Didn't you say you have a capper or a topper on the back?
I have to, I have a cap on the back, correct. But I have it level with the crew cab, so it's nice. And my other one went up a little bit, but this round, I mean, make it look, it looks nicer.
Okay. I'm assuming same color match, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. I don't know if you got like some weird camo scheme or something.
No.
Okay. Yeah, DS Trucks, right here, well, above you on my screen. He's got that 2020 450. Oh, and he turning in the gas station. Probably fill this girl up. Last time when we were on, he was actually doing an OCR on the podcast live. It was pretty cool. I'm a
little embarrassed.
I don't know why, but the way you just shifted stressed me out so hard.
Why?
I don't know why. The way your thumb touched the steering wheel and you grabbed it, that really stressed me out.
What did I do?
I don't know what you did. I don't know. That just really got under my skin for some reason.
Tell me why. I don't get it.
Right there. Why'd you do that? Why'd you pivot with your thumb? I can't make sense of that.
Oh, that's that snowplow technique.
I don't know.
It might be.
I
usually just like full force grab it. Like,
it's gonna be getting a lot of this.
Just think about what the guy in the stall over from you's thinking, like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, he's just watching his reverse lights going, what is he doing?
What the heck?
Oh, I'm just checking my camera guy. Don't worry about it.
I'm just talking to this damn podcast. Oh, hi everybody.
Oh, look at that.
Here's a topic. Should you turn off your vehicle when you get fuel? I don't. I'm worried about nothing. Oh man.
Not in the summer. Keep the air conditioning going.
You don't need to. It's not like it's gonna ignite.
Check out my seat covers.
Obviously with a diesel, right?
We don't have
It's such a
evaporative
bad year
emissions.
for us
I
in
guess
sports.
we're not going to be worrying about our canister filling up or causing a check engine light.
Or purge valves getting stuck open and stalling out.
Come on.
Is that what's going to happen?
We ain't got that stuff.
Is that so? Wait,
maybe.
What?
Well, you know how I even think, like, go look at Donna's truck. It's like it probably has a little. I can't remember if they have it or not, but I think my Tahoe has it. Shut vehicle off, make house check engine light. Like a little decal or something on the fuel door.
I don't know. I just never pay attention to shut no engine off.
Oh, that's a good question. What's your fuel price right now?
It is $2.31 a gallon for diesel.
Dang.
That's a good number.
What's yours out there?
265.
Over by us, it's
baby.
around.
Dang!
Welcome
Wow.
to New
In the
York.
world.
55 cents diesel tax right off the bat.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Do they add additives in your area, like for changing, climates and temperatures?
No. My first
Can you
trucking
still see
company
me?
that I worked for used to, yes.
Okay.
I actually just grabbed the wrong
did this
pump.
thing
Almost put gas in it.
Oh no.
Oh, oh.
Well, I grabbed the gas one and I was
All right.
pressing the diesel button.
Oh
I'm
no.
like, what's happening?
We got this guy tripped up, man. That's not good.
It's
Wait,
late, guys. It is a little bit late.
it's an honest mistake.
What
It's cold
is
out there.
going on with this thing?
I don't know. We have a
What?
little technical difficulty with.
Heck yeah, we do. This thing just decided it didn't want to work anymore.
What did I do?
All right, well,
It's all good. We got.
Did my signal dropped? What happened?
No. How many gallons is it going to take? What are you at? Quarter tank? Half tank? What are you rolling at?
So it just said 90 miles
Oh,
till
okay.
E.
That's
But,
about usually where I fill up. What about you, Ed?
Oh, nothing less than a quarter.
Yeah. What size tank do you got?
The stock one, what is that? About 30 gallon, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I got a stock one too.
34.
Yeah, I got a stock one too. It's 48 gallons.
Damn. There he goes.
There's a limit of 35 gallons here.
Yeah, I think it's if you use your credit card though.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think it is.
says-
Yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
the fuel discount.
That's
It says the fuel discount. So I got 20 cents off. So I'm actually paying $2 and whatever per gallon of diesel right now. So I got 20 cents off. This is Kroger, so I use my Kroger points.
Oh, okay. I was
And
gonna
it
say. I
says-
was wondering where you were at.
It says fuel discount is good for 35 gallons of fuel. So maybe if I don't get the discount, then I can get more than 35 gallons.
Where do you fill up, Ed?
Speedway or Conoco is the place I've been going. I go where a place where they have a lot of fleet trucks because I got caught once with bad diesel.
What happened?
The guy that down the block, he might be 265 a gallon, but I know that diesel gets constantly.
What happened to you? What happened?
My 01, I had to have did the filter, drained it all down.
Okay.
A little bit of water there, eh?
Oh, bummer,
Yep.
bummer. Yeah, these
So-
ones. Oof.
Like my thing is this, I noticed a couple of things since getting this diesel truck. Sometimes diesel pumps are just oily. Like
Oh, I know.
right here at Kroger, the diesel pumps are really clean. Like
are they?
Look how clean it is.
Wow.
Now in Dearborn, where I get lunch, the diesel pump is so oily that the stain on the ground is so huge.
Wow.
It has a whole oily stain, like for a whole parking spot. It's just oily. So I don't know. Maybe that's a sign that pump actually circulates way more fuel than these, because these are just clean. Like no one ever uses these. They're just clean.
True. That's true.
Isn't
Maybe that
Kroger a
oily-
supermarket?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they got gas. Or got
They got
fuel.
a gas. They got some fuel stations.
Do they got
That's
it at Costco? Do they have fuel at Costco or diesel fuel?
Yeah, they do.
Do they? I have never gotten.
What? We don't have
I've never
diesel by
gotten
us.
I don't know if they have diesel, but I know they have a fuel station.
No, our
BJ's
Costco
too,
doesn't
yeah.
have them.
Matt says his stuff is not.
Can you even hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There's another guy staring at my truck.
Dude, it literally
People-
it's just showing
people
everything
stare.
is frozen.
Like on your computer?
Yeah, like Zoom crashed again.
Oh wow,
But I can
It's
still
working for
talk.
me.
that's weird. Well, I
Yeah.
can invite you again or whatever.
I mean, this is working. It'll just you
Yeah.
might have to edit out the whole
Someone's-
GoPro thing before they
someone's
ask for
working.
money.
What do you mean?
Well, leave and I'll reinvite you.
Yeah,
See
we'll
if-
see. I don't think it's gonna work. Zoom is not responding. Wait for the program to respond.
Zoom is not. We're having technical difficulties.
There we go. 70. Oh, you know what? It only took 32 gallons.
We'll see what the. We'll see what that costs him.
Do you want to see?
What's the 32 gallons? What's it cost you?
Hold on, let me put the lid on. Dude, I forgot that thing you showed me.
Oh, the little hook?
Yeah.
Oh, show him. Take your phone off and show him.
All right, let me show you guys.
This is something I showed Sean and I forgot to mention. I should do like a little Instagram thing. It's something I think most of the trucks have it. I'm pretty sure.
All right, so
most of them do.
That's what I spent $70 for 33 gallons.
Okay.
Seems kind of expensive, huh? And then you told me this.
Yeah.
This is not an issue for a gasoline vehicle, but
see the little hook?
that
Check
little
your
hook.
fuel door. You got a hook too, Ed. I don't know if you knew about that.
And I use it all the time. I
Oh,
love
do
it.
you? Okay, cool.
So it doesn't go bang, bang, bang
Yep.
into the side of the truck.
Yep. Oh, I got my notebook and stuff over here. I was gonna.
Let's see if she's gonna work. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes.
Yeah, there he is.
All right, I'm afraid to switch the camera. Please don't crash.
We crashed.
Mike, sweet niblet. Oh,
there he
I'm
is.
back. I'm alive.
There
He's
you go. You
here.
look good.
I'm alive. So back to the whole Costco thing. Costco sells diesel. I really want to know if they do.
I have not had the pleasure of
I
filling
don't know
up
if I
there.
want to buy it. Okay, have you ever seen premium diesel?
No, I have not. Somebody
a
just
thing.
said that.
It was probably me.
Who was I taught? Was it you?
Yeah, so there's a fleet gas station that we take all of our new units to fill them up.
Yeah, maybe it was you.
And I was over there helping one of our porters or our detailers out because it was big F650.
Did you guys hear that?
And I saw premium diesel.
No.
So I'm guessing the C-change just high as can be.
You didn't hear anything?
No, I heard the phone ring, but that was it.
Okay, so I answered the phone, and I just realized too that these cell phones, like whenever someone calls you and you try to record it, it automatically will, no matter what you do, mute everything because it's designed to not let you record anything that like a phone call. So it must have muted you guys. But yeah, I just got the call. No work tomorrow. So I could fucking shoot this podcast without worrying about how tired I'm gonna be tomorrow.
Oh my
Fucking excited.
goodness! I can eat salmon and lamb liver.
Oh, bro, this is making me. I'm gonna miss my lamb liver. What were you guys talking about?
Just you.
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
big.
I know this guy who does haircuts. He could fucking hook you up. His name is Powerstroke Tech Talk. You'd be surprised, man. He's got this whole setup in his basement to do hair or cut hair.
Yeah.
All right. So Ed,
For
I have
you,
a question for you.
For you, it would be doing hair. For me, it'd be cutting hair. Because you have so much more hair.
Yeah, I could hook him up. I
All
could
right,
chop
Ed.
him up.
Ed, between your 01, which I'm going to assume is a 7.3, right?
Correct.
Between your 01 and your 19, which is a 6.7, correct?
Correct.
Pros and cons. I really want to hear this.
I found that the 7.3 had a much better front end, and I just had a recall done on a sway bar or some type of bar in my 19 because when you go over bumps, the steering gets very loose.
Yeah, we have to call that an oscillation, or we can't call it a death wobble.
Right.
He'll have to blank that out. No, I actually ironically today I was test driving a vehicle that I just done some work on, and yeah, I had to pull over about 4 times. So called the service advisor. I'm like, hey, write it up for this and get me a dampener because this is terrifying. But
yeah, that's the only real complaint I have about it. But I will tell you this: the pickup on the 6.7, oh my God.
See ya. Bye-bye.
It really is. We
Smell
had to rent a Suburban last month, and it was fully loaded with 6 adults. Oh my God, no power. And that's obviously a gas engine, but wow, big difference.
I just noticed that this says this remaining meeting time is going to be up in 8 minutes. So I don't know if I'm going to have to start a new one after this and just join them together, but I think I might have to do that. So
Yeah,
in 8 minutes, we
We'll
might have to
see.
get a new invite. I
Yeah.
like.
It looks like Sean's got a little bit of the old death wobble going on via his camera.
with
I
the
know.
Vista.
What's up with that? I just put it up here. Was it doing that before?
It was a little
Like,
bit like in the
Yeah,
second one.
I wonder if it has more stabilization on the other camera. Switch cameras.
Ed, what tires are you running on your duty? Do you have the stock ones, or did you swap out for different ones?
Yeah, I have the stock Goodyear.
Oh, you got
Oh, you went with the Goodyears.
Okay,
That's a
okay.
Oh,
good
that's what Sayville
decision.
Ford went with. Yeah,
What rim do you have on it? Is it 18 or 20?
18. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got the Michelins, and I don't know. I'm not really digging them. Every one of them is wearing horribly.
Well, that's a Michelin for you.
Yeah, and I mean, I had Michelins on my 98 F-150. That's what I came out of. But these Michelins, I don't know if it's coupled with the power that the truck has, and like the Michelin's just a really soft compound. But I don't know. I don't have any alignment issue. I have not put it on the alignment rack, but I don't have any pull, and my steering wheel returnability is fine. Clear visions, dead nuts. So, I mean, I don't think it's my driving habits. So, I don't know.
We don't like Michelins.
I'm really
I will
looking
tell
at
you
those.
this: changing the flat tire, and it is heavy.
Oh, I bet, man. Oh, Lord.
Ooh.
I have
Mine
an
actually-
Allen key that went inside it. I got the air pressure light on, pulled over. The thing was in it like a spear
Oh,
with 4,000 miles on it. I was
Oh.
pissed.
did you have to replace a tire, or did you just plug it
No,
and patch
I
it?
plugged it myself when I got home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I actually got a bottle jack that came with the truck
Mm-hmm.
to
What?
because it's so heavy. It came with a bottle jack
Speaking of
Or with-
tires,
with the spare tire kit.
you know what tire I have to do tomorrow?
What
44.
A Shelby GT350 305 35 19. And
Is
the
it on
thing,
a carbon wheel too?
no, thankfully it's not.
I was gonna say, Lord Jesus, protect this man.
It's not. But we got a new machine down at the main building that I guess is G. So I'm kind of excited to check it out.
Dude, I have watched those auto machines destroy tires and
Well,
wheels. Like collectively, they're like, yeah, this one's
I'm
expensive.
hoping for the best. I'm hoping for the best.
I shouldn't have said that if your customer's listening.
Well,
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's technology. It works well.
we got the right crew on it. So
The A team.
that's right. We had quite a well, I don't usually get Cummins in there too much, but I had a 13 650 with a 6.7, and
Was it just a rattle trap?
yeah, I
Dude,
could say it was.
Oh my god, the 650s and 750s with the cats are just gutless pigs.
Yeah, we
Oh
don't.
my god. Those
Thankfully,
things
don't work on
rattle.
those.
They rattle. Oh no, we won't. If it's like a Ford problem, we'll touch it. But if someone has like a drivability with a cat or a Cummins in one of those, it's
You guys don't have any of the equipment, like no Insight or no. What if you had
like, we have like the Merit or Wabco stuff for like, brake concerns.
What about like if
the
you had an
whole-
LCF?
that thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got LCF if you had nets and if you had to do. You ever done that?
I personally haven't done it. No, we've worked on LCFs. I've worked on. Those things suck.
Yeah, they do.
They suck to drive. They're
Anything
LCFs
else?
shouldn't have ever existed.
Anything because we don't
Have
have.
you ever pulled a trans out of one of those?
No, my coworker has. So
Worst day ever. Oh my lord. That was not a fun trans to get out. Because I swear to God, the cross members on those
yeah,
hold the frame rails out. So I think I ended up taking like a come along in some blocks of wood to stretch it out enough that I could get the cross member back in there.
Well, yeah, it's just in the workshop manual. Oh, remove cross member. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Like
it's
they're not
that
telling
easy.
you, yeah, just remove the cross member. Just like my
Yeah, that's all, just
2020.
remove, right?
Just remove the downpipe. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 17 through 19, you come out with this procedure to go take the downpipe off. And it looks pretty similar to this one. And then I'm like, okay, what do we got to do? Just remove downpipe. I'm like, are you serious? Oh,
nothing about this goofy Torca clamp. Nothing about these weird studs. Nothing about this bolt you can't get to.
Oh, nothing about you got to take the whole DPF out. I'm like, oh.
What?
Yeah, that really sucked.
Dude, I want to know why on the cabin chassis for have you noticed on some of the 2020 cabin chassis it's a single tailpipe and not the dual exit with the Venturi?
I did, and that's funny you brought that up. I had one of my subscribers in PA. He just ordered and had received his 550, and he was asking me the same question. He takes a picture of the tailpipe. He's like, "Hey, Rod, what's up with this? Did they make my truck wrong or mismatch the gas pipe?" And I'm like,
no, they're all like that.
That's a good question, man. I don't know. I mean, I don't think they made it wrong, but I don't have an explanation.
No, I don't know if that's like a build option or not. If someone knows, please let A-Rod and I know in the comments, because
weird.
I want to get to the bottom of this.
Are you guys talking about the vents on the tailpipe that supposedly cool the air as it's
the new cab chassis don't have them though.
Yeah, they don't have the Venturi exits anymore.
If you go look at a 450 cab chassis, that's a one Frank David VIN. Go look at the tailpipe, and it won't have the little finger louver thingies in it.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Hey, Ed, what do you do with your truck? Do you work the truck, or is it just a daily?
Oh, it's just pleasure now. I used to do a little bit of side work with it. That is some excavation, pulled little mini track excavators. Now it's just all pleasure. That was my 7.3. This one, I don't want it to get dirty or anything, but I'm getting older now, so it's just pleasure. And
how many miles are on? I forgot.
I just ticked over 6,000 now.
Oh wow. Okay.
I got it last September. I got it.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
I got more on it than you do.
You do. My commute to work is not even a half mile. It's 3 blocks. So.
Oh, for criminy sakes! Well, yeah, you got me. You got me beat on that.
And I still can't get to work on time. My wife says to me, "You're late." I said,
"We are live.
Yeah, we need to get back
in charge."
Back to before they rudely cut us off with Ed describing his commute to us.
I know his little 3-block stroll to work.
It's wonderful.
Hey, that's say no problem there. But what do you think having a Super Duty has been your biggest challenge as an owner? Has it been just worrying about not to fill DEF in the fuel, draining your fuel water separator, making sure your glow plug light is off before you start it? Like, what's one of your things that you were like, man, this sucks? Or have you not had any qualms or quivers?
None whatsoever. For my 01, that was my dream truck. This truck is even better than the 01, and 0.
That's awesome.
Can't say that it has. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Does your wife like it?
Oh, she loves it.
Heck yeah.
Kidding?
That's good. That's good.
It was the second, or I should say the first reason why I got it. You're the second reason why I got it.
I'm the first reason why she's the first reason why I got my truck. So I have to give kudos to my wife too. So.
And you did in one of your videos. You certainly did.
Oh yes. That wouldn't have been obviously possible without her. So.
Likewise.
Dude, that's unfair. That wouldn't even happen for me.
Well,
my lady would be like, "Do you really need a diesel?
Really?
Do you really need a Super Duty? Why don't you just get an F-150?"
Well, let me tell you something.
That's what mine said too.
When you get married and you have to answer to a general, As long as the general's happy, hey. And she gave the go ahead, so it's like, all right, well, hey, sign me up. Let's go. Let's...
Oh, you're saying there's some validity to happy wife, happy life.
Oh, most definitely. But I mean, it was a mutual.
Does she watch your videos?
I don't know. I think maybe more of my Instagram and Facebook
Always
little clips.
An eye in the sky.
Let's be honest about one thing, guys. These trucks are more money than some people paid for their houses back in the day.
Oh
yeah.
Well, mine's more than my house.
What did you pay for your 01 brand new?
My 01 was $35,000 plus another $4,000 in New York State taxes. Got me just under $39,000.
For New York State taxes and all that?
Yeah, it was 8.63.
You can't even get into a gas. You can't even get into a gas 6.2 with that now.
Oh my goodness!
And you know the funny thing? Back in the day, that 7.3 option was only like another maybe 5,000, maybe not even 5,000. I forgot what it was, maybe $4,000 option. Now the diesel is what, almost a $10,000 option?
What's the trim level? What was it? XLT, a Lariat?
Yeah, XLT, correct.
Okay.
Man.
It's not mind blowing. It's mind numbing how much these things cost now.
But it's the longevity we get out of them. If I can get another 19 years or 18 years like my other truck, then it's all worth it.
I'd agree with you.
We
had a customer I shouldn't say we had a customer. We probably won't service his new truck as much, but his previous truck was a 2000 7.3 that he clicked over 1 million miles on it.
Wow.
And like, when I say he drove this truck, he drove it to the point that not even like the foam on the seat from getting in and out was like worn down and gone. The seat rail, like the metal seat bolster, was worn and missing from him getting in and out of this truck so much.
Wow.
I remember the first day I got my 01, the dealer said, "You'll have this truck rot out before this engine goes bad." Those were exact words, and that was true.
This particular customer's truck, it didn't rot out or anything. It just, after 1 million miles, it just dusted itself. It was like, you know what? I've done my work. I'm done. And he never had nothing major went wrong with it. I mean, I guess you could say up until this point now, but like 1 million miles, and he never changed the trans fluid once.
Wow, that's impressive.
Not once. He's like, should we? Wow. He was joking, like, he's like, should I change it? And we're like, you're not gonna go anywhere the second you do.
Wow.
Because all the friction material your fluid's what's keeping you moving now.
Ain't that all?
I would love to see that trans tore down.
That's pretty impressive, though.
It's mind blowing. 20 years, 1 million miles.
For a 7.3.
And like he had been coming in more frequently towards the end of it, and all he cared, he didn't even care. He just wanted to get it to 1 million miles. Once it hit that, he was happy.
What wheelbase do you got?
2020 and he's happy.
What wheelbase do you got, Ed? You got the short bed or the long bed?
Short bed, yeah. Was it 184, I think?
164.
So is that crew cab or super crew?
It's
crew
crew
short
cab.
bed. I love those trucks.
Yeah, like.
Well, A-Rod, what do you have? Do you have crew cab?
Yeah, I got
you
crew
obviously
cab.
have crew. Are you short bed or long bed?
I'm short bed, but I came from a super cab, but 3-door. The driver's side did not open, and it wasn't until like 2000 body style is when they added the 4th door that opened. So it was always a pain in the butt getting the kid out, just either having to move the seat or having to walk around, go through that door because you got to, fumble with the car seat and, actually get in the truck and stuff. So it was definitely awesome going to a crew cab. And just as we talked in the first podcast about having that divider, do you use that little tool divider? Do you have it in the floor, Ed? That little plastic thing that you can like flip up and you can like set all your shit in as part of the floor. Do you have that?
I do not.
Yeah.
Where would it be located?
So like it's part of the back of the floor, and it flips up, and then the sides, it all folds into itself. So you open it up and the sides come up, and then you can like lock it in. So you have this trough where you can put, groceries, or if you got oil or stuff, and whatever. But it allows you still to fold the seat down.
Sure, that's not just like a 2020 thing.
Now I feel like an idiot. That's what that's for?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a thing back there under the seat.
I never knew what that was for. Son of a bitch.
Dude,
Do you have that?
Yes.
I love that thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, it folds flat. Dude, you definitely got to try it out.
Yeah. I was just talking to Sean about that.
You guys suck. This really makes me want to get a third or a fourth gen 6.7
I'm telling
now.
you, dude. I thought the fact, and even go look. So like, it allows you to fold the seat down.
Well, you know what, dude? I'm in my truck right now. I can show you right now.
Yeah. Why don't you give my man Ed a view here?
Do you have a video on this yet?
No, I don't.
You might have to make a video on this.
Yeah.
This is one of my snowplow sites.
If my man Ed didn't know about that, then I'm sure there's other people that didn't know about
Dude,
what.
I didn't even know that was a thing. And I've done how many of those recalls for carpet shielding?
We have no video from you, DS.
I'm about to pull it up right now, but I'm at the dentist office where I plow snow, and he's got a 150. And we were talking about trucks, man. He's like, in the trucks too. It's crazy. But let me get back here and show you while I'm in my truck. First, I got to open up Zoom.
Ford trucks #1, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Dude, anyone that wants to dispute those trucks being #1, just look at sales numbers. That's all I'm going to say.
That's it.
Can you see the video?
That's it.
So check this out, guys.
Spanking General Motors by 300,000 units in 1 year.
And here I got the deep throats.
Stop.
That's where I have my impacts too. That's funny.
Yeah. And then show them right at the back, the butt of the seat in the crack, like fold the seat down, and on the side, you can see
that's
a keyhole.
That's got to be like a spec'd out option, though.
I don't know. I didn't spec it. I didn't order it like this. It just came like this.
Hold on. So can you fold that thing all the way up though?
That is all the way up.
No,
it can fold.
Can you
folds
fold
flat?
Tray off?
Like if you hit this button and some other button, it lays flat to the floor. Which for me, I don't know.
Where does all the spare tire stuff go?
On the other side, behind the car seat.
Okay, so that's got to be a spec'd out thing then. Like you have to order your vehicle with that, is what I'm saying. Because I've been in the interior of a lot of trucks and I've never seen that.
Well, maybe either
I got it on mine.
It's either laid flat or it could be a layer.
And actually, I have my window sticker right here because I was looking at some stuff earlier. Yeah, I don't know interior. What would that even be?
It would have to be like a trim.
Oh, you know what? He is right. 60/40 rear bench with flip up, flip down, with head restraint, under seat storage.
Okay, so it is a spec thing you can get then.
Well, it's a standard equipment included at no extra charge in this section. And for the interior, it lists that under everything in for the interior.
I wonder
is that Lariat? Is it Lariat package or what is that?
Oh, hold on. Okay, now my buddy, another 2020, but it's a STX trim level. Let's see what he's got. He does not. 60 interior, 60/40 rear bench, flip up, flip down with head restraint, and does not say anything about the under thing.
Okay, so
maybe it is
not. Well, no, I don't think it is trim specific because there are 3 Platinum F350s that are ironically all murdered out black that we will frequently work on. And sometimes it's hard to keep track of whose truck is who. All 3 of them I've done the carpet shielding and recall on. None of them, and they're platinums, none of them I have seen that on. So it has to be like a factory order thing.
Maybe they're laying flat, like they're in a down position, so you pay no attention to it.
Well, the other thing is I've done the unintended tailgate recall, and to get to the spare tire stuff, it's right there, and I've never noticed it unless it bolts to it, and I just didn't notice.
Well, it lays pretty flat.
Yeah,
like if you're not,
but
really, really
if you have the seats down,
I'm
really
about to
can't
go.
see it.
yeah.
Right, I'm about to go to our new car manager's office and ask for keys to a bunch of trucks and be like, I need to see this for myself.
I want to go look. I want to go look. I want to go look. Yeah, that's
Seriously.
exactly what it's what it's called. Yeah, right there. Under seat storage, which I guess brings up a good point, because I wonder if dudes are going to order that. What would be if you wanted that feature in the back of your truck as a work truck, and you're going to use this, the storage and whatnot? What would you have to spec out to get the underseat
I wonder
storage?
if it's like the 402A interior package or whatever.
I don't know.
I'm about to look this up right now. I need to look at
Particulate
this.
air filter, and I wanted to look up FMC, but my web browser isn't working correctly right now. I tried looking up some stuff earlier today because I wanted to talk about the power steering control module that we now have on these trucks. And Ed, you can look up. I could probably send you a picture of mine, so just for sake of argument, so you know where it's at. Oh, DS, get out your truck really quick and show my man this thing. Go through the wheel well and show him that aluminum bracket. All these, from what I can see, is I have this truck, my buddy's truck, who does not have it. He's got a 2020. And compared to Sean's and compared to mine, these trucks have a power steering control module, and it's located right here.
You see that? Is it dark? Let me get a light.
It's dark.
Let me grab a light.
He has aluminum wheels on there, or those wheel simulators on that?
He's got
aluminum.
Nice.
Are those factory wheels or are those Alcoas?
Alcoas, but factory. They come from factory.
See that aluminum bracket?
Yeah.
That is a bracket that's holding a motor on a steering shaft. So you got the steering shaft coming through the firewall, then this motor and module, and then another steering shaft, and it goes down to the steering gear. So I want to talk about the difference in the steering quality, because I drove my buddy's truck, which has power steering, hydraulic and has, vacuum assist. I have that all too. Additionally, I have this power steering control module. I do not have the Pro Trailer backup assist, and I do not have adaptive steering.
That's why they put it on. Okay, that makes sense.
So the trucks that have it, that's what would turn the wheels. But I do not have it. So if I do not have it, I don't think they're going to put this module on a truck that's not going to be used. So,
how dangerous is this right now?
If that's an add-on, I wonder if that can just be a dealer installed option then.
Guys, how dangerous is this right now? I'm standing out here with this impact. It's dark.
Okay.
Something gonna happen to me?
I don't know.
They might think it's something else.
I'm scared for you.
I wouldn't even put myself in that scenario.
I'm just like, dude, I gotta get in the truck.
All I want to do is just take my tire off.
I was using that for a flashlight.
All I want to do is just take my tire out.
Continue what you were saying about that bracket.
Yeah, it's something I want to talk about, because, comparing my truck options to his truck, I don't know, what do I have that he doesn't that would allow me to have that power steering control module.
Do you have it?
Yeah, I have it. Like if you were to drive Ed's truck and then go drive our trucks, huh?
Ed's truck doesn't have it?
No, because his is a 19.
Oh.
So I don't know, is that something that they're gonna, like when I was reading about how that system functions and everything, it was kind of interesting that it actually takes in factor the road crown, pull and drift, and will actually adjust and compensate according to make sure you're driving down the straight and that you have clear vision. So, I mean,
Correct me if I'm wrong, and I thought I read in description and operation, if that fails, you'd have tougher than normal steering effort.
That'd be a problem.
I would still have hydraulic steering though, so I'd still have power steering.
Right, but wouldn't the effort be... I don't remember if I read that correctly. I'm going to have to look at it.
Would my steering resort to my buddy's truck, which is a 2020 and doesn't have it?
That's what I don't know, because you have to fight an electric motor now that isn't moving.
Maybe it defaults to like a neutral state.
Well, yeah, so I don't know if it just freewheels itself in a sense.
It was kind of tough to find some of the information. And I tell you right now, I spent a good probably 25 minutes after work looking up in the parts catalog, in the workshop manual. In the workshop manual, I found where it says to remove and replace the power steering assist motor. I found that, and you know how when you go in the workshop manual and you can click on the ECAT and it'll take you to the catalog, and you can like look up all your stuff. Well, when I went there, it didn't even populate anything. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's just
you probably don't have it in yet
because it's too new, right? So I go and take the filter off, I take off the VIN, and then just look up a normal 2020, and it still didn't pull up. So I don't think the catalog either has been updated for this part. But I'm thinking, like, if somebody got into an accident and they needed this part, how is somebody even going to look this up? So it was.
Well,
it
it's
was
more like, what if it just fails straight from the factory or whatever?
Or that, like, how if you can't look it up, I wound up figuring out the correct part number.
Copus. Copus.
My parts man is a sleuth, and he has access to Dow, and was able to put the engineering number in.
Some parts guys are
30-year vet, man. I'm telling you, once we get a parts, either person or parts counter in my building, I'm putting in for this guy because he cares about getting parts. He understands the sense of urgency when not only is this truck down and apart and what it's going to take to get this back on the road, but he's got his customer standing here. And it's really important for somebody to get that because, here you got Ed, he's dropping his truck off, and now I'm down on a part where, we can't get this. But in the background, unbeknownst to him, we got the sleuth. He's called around to 2 dealers, already got it coming. Dude's on lunch. He's got, is orchestrating all this stuff to get it, back to home base, which is the most important thing. So, I think that's integral to having a good turnaround rate for, getting trucks back. So definitely when you're trying to look up stuff.
You know what's not a good thing for a good turnaround rate to get trucks back?
What's that?
Parts on back order with indefinite release date.
Oh, don't even get me started. I got to write that down. Back order.
I had that with mine, with that latch on the tailgate. It took them almost 3 months to get it in.
What, for the recall?
There's literally...
I don't know if it was a recall, but I know every time I put the tailgate up, it would make a knocking sound.
Oh.
I have replaced a few tailgate latch mechanisms for that. Or if you'd grab it on the handle, if you had to grab it in a certain spot for it to unlatch. And I think that was I think they changed suppliers on that and they got that sorted out. But anyone that's watching this that's waiting on parts, please be patient because you're not the only one waiting.
You know, really
I
kind
have
of
so many jobs right now that I can't even work on because we don't have parts for.
no,
And we don't know when we're going to get parts.
I know.
We don't.
And then
We don't have.
things like recalls. We have things like recalls that we can't do, and there's a delivery hold on a vehicle that a customer wants to purchase, but they can't because we can't get parts for anything.
Well, we don't have parts in the plant to
Bummer.
build the vehicles.
Well, yeah, and
Like,
that's the thing people
that
don't I don't want to say people don't understand. It's just something people don't really think about is that even when parts become available, they have to go to the plant first and then suppliers and distribution centers, and it's just a giant logistics nightmare.
They're slowly
the plant can't build
getting
trucks.
trickled in. I
I
understand.
mean, it seems like it's getting worse, but
I understand
that's
this
just
whole
me.
COVID stuff, but I mean, I don't know. Knowing's half the battle, and I guess if you understood,
Right.
is it the logistics? Is it the people?
I mean, I think part of it is they have to have enough to send out first.
Yeah, it's just kind of frustrating.
yeah.
We're not. It's
It's
not.
like
it's not
trying-
just us. It's everybody. You can't even
No,
get
no,
home
it's
stuff. You try. I can't even. I ordered a bike. In April.
A bike in the arsonist had oddly shaped.
I still don't have it. Where's my
Did you
bike?
buy it off Wish? Did you get it off Wish?
No, I ordered it. I went to a bike store, man.
Wow.
I can't even get a bike.
Dude, but bikes were selling out like hotcakes because
Dude.
America was like, you know what? While we're locked down, we're gonna get healthy.
Dude.
We're gonna go biking. We're gonna go on walks.
Dude.
We're not gonna eat fast food. We're gonna do yard work. We're gonna do home renovations.
You know that's weird. It's like look how long the fast food lines are. They're so long.
Dude,
like people,
The
That-
Chick-fil-A by
I was
I
just
swear,
gonna say
has
that.
a 2-hour line at lunch.
that's insane.
Yeah, what's the attraction with that, please? Because it's here in New York as well.
Is it
80
really?
Cars deep. 80
What?
cars deep.
Unreal, dude. You ain't.
Yeah, no, ours has like 2 lines and it'll have like 80 cars in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
It's out inside. They're next to a Halloween store, or it's just a vacant. It was an old Toys R Us, and they've jam packed that parking lot, and it's like
Look at that
I
seat
think I
go
saw
up.
Is
it's
that
like
weird?
the #1 rated fast food or something now.
I don't know. I've only ate it once.
I've never had it.
Those
I
switches
don't know.
just
I don't really
reminded
eat
me.
fast food anymore.
You got upfitter switches in your truck, Ed?
Those are on the top, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You got anything hooked up to them?
Negative.
Oh,
Okay,
or do you
okay,
have
okay,
do you
okay,
have
okay.
LED cab markers?
Yes.
Do you have LED headlights or
Oh,
halogen?
No. I have halogen headlights.
No LED
Okay,
cab
okay.
lights.
Do you got bliss? Do you have a
Need
blind
to
spot
give you
sensors in the rear
dancing
taillights?
lights.
Yes.
Matt.
So do you have LED taillights
Stop it.
or halogen taillights?
Halogens, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? I think it's the F-150s, where if you have bliss in the F-150s, you still have LED taillights, but halogen headlights. But I don't think it is with the Super Duty. I think there's still the bliss module in the taillight assembly, but you
No,
can
it
still have
bolts in.
halogen.
It bolts in. There's a pocket for halogen or LED.
Mhm.
Has a little bliss pocket.
You should do the high idle mod. I can send you a resistor and you can watch my video. It's pretty similar. It's on the other side, but probably a little easier to access the wiring on the driver's side, but at least you can be able to put the little loop in with the wire to the two wires off the customer access for the PTO and flick that #1 on, hit my parking brake, remote start it, right up at like 1200 RPM.
Nice.
Been plugging it in.
Speaking of idle, how many vehicles have you had come in for a concern of a weird noise from idle to like 1500 RPM? Like a ratcheting, like a ratcheting noise at idle, like a.
Dude, like probably 2 hours ago, I had somebody Facebook message me a video, and it was literally that noise. And he's like, what do you think of this knock? And I'm like, sounds pretty normal to me.
Sounds like your truck has a PTO on it.
He's like, well, what do you think about that rattle? I'm like, well, which is it, a rattle or a knock? One's way worse than the other. He's like, well, it's that rattling noise. I'm like, well, dude, that's not a knock, brother. Like, that's definitely.
Did it have a PTO on it?
No, but it sounded exactly like what you're talking about. And
well, I was talking about the whole PTO thing. We'll get a string of customers getting vehicles, and they'll go off to the bodybuilder, and I'll prep them, send them out. The truck comes right back because it's making a weird noise, and that's what your PTO sounds like.
Oh, yeah.
That's just part of it.
That's just a whole bunch of gear noise. I don't know what it is. Is that normal?
Oh, dude, I remember when the DEF injectors were louder than heck. Like you could hear them sitting there just going tick, 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 tick. And they said, nope, that's normal. And I'm like, my customer's going nuts over this.
Did you have OCR turned on, Ed? So you can see your filter status at all?
I didn't, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
It's nice to have. I got mine on here.
What's yours saying right now?
70%.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was pretty cool to have you do that on the last podcast. That was kind of neat. So,
but I will tell you, mine's at a quarter, and I'm gonna have to fill it up soon.
All right.
Have you had to put DEF in your truck since you got it?
No, not.
Wow.
How many miles you got?
A little over 6 now. Yeah.
Wow.
6,000.
Correct.
Okay.
Wow.
But I mean, that all comes down to gearing, tire pressure, how you drive your truck. There's so many factors with DEF consumption that it's.
Well, let me see what I got. I got 1,500 miles.
I just show them the printout at that point. Because there is a very nice bar graph of what your expected DEF consumption should be under certain scenarios. And
mine's 3,000 miles. My truck's saying 3,000 miles left.
Really?
And I'm at 1,500 miles.
I mean, if you were to go like haul around a skid steer off of a tag trailer or something, that's going to go down like considerably. I don't want to say it's going to start drinking DEF, but it's probably going to start drinking DEF. Yeah. But that's just way higher load, much higher NOx production. We got to take care of that.
Word.
Do you believe it really works?
I'm a firm believer of they wouldn't put it on there unless we needed it.
I know it's working because NOx 1 and NOx 2 are talking to me. So that's pretty much all I need to know.
Do you think it's actually
are NOx 1 and NOx 2 talking to you?
You think it's actually helping the environment?
All I see is numbers.
Okay, so you're going to give me the argument of it's worse for the environment because now we have all these plastic jugs, right?
No, I wasn't going to say that.
But I recycle.
I love when people bring up that argument.
But I recycle.
DEF is so much worse for the environment because we have all these plastic jugs, right? Well, consumers versus what it's doing for the heavy truck, or I shouldn't say heavy truck, trucking industry and off-road diesel
trucking
engines.
Industry.
There's way less NOx being produced because of that. And it completely outweighs all of these plastic jugs going into landfills. Because really the consumer pickup market has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but I wonder if like the byproduct of the full emission system is really that much better. Like, I'm not talking about the plastic jugs, but
like what? It's just, well, no, I mean, the whole thing is not, you no longer are admitting as many oxides of nitrogen as you.
I don't know. I read somewhere that there's some kind of ammonia, something byproduct coming from the DEF as after it gets injected.
Well, it is 66% deionized water, 33% synthetic or natural ammonia, which
pee.
Yeah.
And then there was some kind of issue with that stuff coming out of the exhaust where it's like, if you look alongside highways, it's killing like vegetation or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna say that's probably all the road salt they're putting down.
Oh,
You're right.
yes.
But
It's
it
not
was
beet juice.
but there's something along the lines that, yeah, it's doing whatever it's doing, but there's byproducts from burning the actual diesel exhaust fluid.
I don't know if I believe that because it's like, I don't know,
Maybe that's a more
1200 degrees in there while it's being injected. So it just basically gets immediately vaporized and goes through its catalytic reaction. So
My Cadillac converter.
dude, I worked for a company that said you need to park the truck inside because they tried to steal the Cadillac converter off of it. And I looked at the person and
Wow.
I
Frickin'
didn't know
A right.
I didn't know we could change things into Cadillacs with that thing.
Wow.
Yeah, I say that sometimes. I just don't say it because if I say it, I'll say Cadillac. So I just won't even say it.
Man, that's my
Oh.
Cadillac converter, man.
I'll just say converter.
All right,
That's it.
here's a question.
Because if I'm just talking naturally, I'm gonna say catalytic converter. Then
It's
people
that
go,
whistle tip. Woo, woo, woo.
That's
you
like
say
an
it?
alarm clock. You should
How do
be
you
up already.
How do you say it? Catalytic converter.
It's
Catalytic.
that woo, woo.
Yeah,
On
but
the
always-
topic of
I'm the guy.
pronunciations,
I'm
do
the
you
guy who
call
says
it?
it.
Do you call it diesel exhaust fluid? Do you call it DEF or do you call it DEF fluid?
I'm still new to the diesel, so I just call it like DEF.
I just say DEF.
Yeah,
I like
I
when
don't
people
know.
call it DEF fluid, diesel exhaust fluid.
I'll say DEF. I'll say DEF fluid.
I just like the extra added fluid at the end.
I kind of like.
fluid.
I kind of like
DEF
that.
fluid.
I kind of like that it doesn't smell like a diesel or sound. I don't know, like a diesel. It has no scent. Like if the truck were deleted, you'd smell that fuel. You smell that exhaust.
Oh, most definitely. You
Oh,
could
yeah. I
don't
totally,
think-
you
I
could
don't think
totally
it-
have a 6.7 running in the shop and be fine. And you could be running a 6.0 and you're like,
Oh, those
shut
things are
that
so
thing off. Oh my God.
like a transit that loses its EGR cooler. Those things stink.
Oh my God.
No, I mean there's
Nasty.
some 6.7s that idle a lot that stink.
Nasty, nasty.
But no, 6 liters stink.
Pros and cons, all the having the emissions. Yeah, it's quiet and it doesn't smell. Very quiet and it doesn't smell. But
True
I don't know.
I look at it this way. We have come leaps and bounds because of the emissions. So like the fact that emissions gave us electronic fuel injection, all these ways to monitor air fuel ratios and, get more power out of it. In a sense, I'm all for it.
Where
I'm
Because let's
for
be
it.
honest, your trucks have full emissions. They make what? Damn near 500 horsepower and 1050 torque bone stock.
Right. But
That's amazing.
the whole exhaust, the whole diesel particulate filter system is very questionable because it's not helping anymore. Like, yeah, it helps to have direct injection and all that
Well,
stuff.
why isn't it helping?
It doesn't add. It
Okay,
doesn't
you're
add.
right.
It
You're right.
doesn't add. anything.
It doesn't help the truck.
It doesn't
helps
add.
the
It doesn't
environment.
add any value. Like, why
Right.
don't they just figure out how to make it run efficiently? So it
because we're
doesn't
burning a
change it.
fossil fuel. That's the
Yeah.
byproduct of
Yeah,
combustion is
you can't get past it.
that we got to stop burning diesel. That's the wrench in the mix.
No more dinosaurs.
But 2 minutes and 40 seconds until we get kicked again from this time capped Zoom meeting.
Darn you.
But that's
I
a weird thing. Is like stop burning diesel. I don't know if we can stop burning diesel, even if we wanted to.
I don't know
We
if we should
could.
talk about that.
We could. There's ways around it. What
You think
about
so?
propane? What about propane?
I like diesel better.
But what about propane?
It'll run like a gasoline engine.
I guess as long as it's not in a shuttle bus.
Oh no. Higher
you
potential energy per unit.
Can a diesel run on propane or a diesel style engine?
You can do diesel injection with, or not diesel. You can do propane injection on a diesel.
What does that do?
It's just
Something you'd have to switch over while the truck's already running on diesel.
Or you can do it like a fogger.
Yeah.
So
I
it runs
know-
on both fuels at the same time.
Mhm.
And
Well, no,
it-
there's
Why would you want to do that?
There's this company called Roush Roush Clean Tech.
I work on them all the time.
Powers a lot of stuff with propane, and it's
Just
pretty
worked on one
amazing.
yesterday.
So what's going to happen when you run diesel as well as propane? Is it more power?
I don't know. I think it's honestly some performance thing that people do that didn't really catch on. I'm just saying a good alternative to diesels now is natural, or not natural, alternative fuels like natural gas or propane now. Like a lot of school buses now are powered by natural gas or propane. That just so happen to have Ford V10s in them.
That is what we should talk about on our next podcast. Is the different applications that we're seeing our 6.7s in, and our
SWAT trucks,
lovely 6.8s, and all of our hard-working Ford trucks that are making the world of commerce go around. But I want to give it up to our special guest tonight, all the way from the East Coast, Ed, and my 3 returning guests, DS Trucks and Matt, and yours.
Yes, I thought I was a resident.
Our 2 resident guests, Matt and DS Trucks.
Resident guest, dude. How do you feel about that? Are you gonna let him say that about us?
We're gonna get kicked. Tell us what you think about it in the comment section below, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. We'll catch you next time, everybody. See ya.